The average American may not think they spend $1,000 a month on subscriptions. That is what makes the number so powerful. Because when people hear subscription, they usually think of Netflix, Spotify, Hulu, Amazon Prime, maybe a gym membership, maybe a meal kit they forgot to cancel. They think of little charges. $9 here, $15 there, $22 for something that used to cost $12. But the subscription economy has become much bigger than entertainment. It is no longer just what you watch. It is how you listen, work, exercise, store photos, protect your identity, get groceries, deliver food, learn skills, use software, date, game, read the news, manage your money, use your phone, connect to the internet, and sometimes even access features inside products you thought you already bought. That is the real story. The viral claim that Americans spend $1,000 a month on subscriptions is not always true if we are only counting streaming apps and digital memberships. CNN-related reporting has placed average subscription spending closer to more than $1,000 per year, not per month. Other subscription estimates land around the low hundreds per month, depending on what categories are included. But when recurring bills expand beyond entertainment and start including phone plans, internet, cable, software, storage, insurance-like memberships, delivery passes, fitness, cloud services, and financed products, the monthly subscription lifestyle can absolutely start feeling like $1,000 leak. And that is how the subscription economy wins. Not by taking one huge payment, by making the payment feel too small to fight. A subscription does not feel like a purchase. It feels like access. It feels temporary. It feels flexible. It feels modern. It feels like freedom. But freedom that renews automatically is still a bill. The genius of the subscription model is that it changed the emotional timing of spending. A one-time purchase forces you to confront the full price. A subscription turns the full price into a drip. Instead of asking, "Do I want to spend $600 this year?" the company asks, "Can you handle $49.99 today?" Most people can. That is the trap. Because one $49.99 charge is manageable. So is $14.99. So is $9.99. So is $6.99 for cloud storage, $19.99 for a premium app, $29.99 for a fitness platform, $12.99 for a delivery membership, and $17.99 for streaming without ads. Each charge looks harmless alone. Together, they become a second rent. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that average annual household expenditures in the United States were $78,535 in 2024, equal to about $6,545 per month. Housing and transportation alone accounted for more than half of that spending. So when subscriptions start attaching themselves to everyday life, they do not enter a relaxed budget. They enter a budget already under pressure. That pressure matters. Because the subscription economy did not grow in a vacuum. It grew inside an America where ownership became more expensive, wages felt stretched, housing became harder to afford, cars became more costly to insure and maintain, and convenience became one of the few luxuries people could still buy in small pieces. A subscription says, "You do not have to own this." That sounds helpful. But the deeper message is, you will keep paying forever. This is why companies love subscriptions. A one-time customer is unpredictable. A subscriber is predictable. A sale gives a company revenue once. A subscription gives it recurring revenue, customer data, usage patterns, renewal opportunities, price increase opportunities, upsell opportunities, and investor-friendly stability. In business language, recurring revenue is beautiful. In household language, recurring revenue is your bank account getting tapped every month before you even think about it. That is why so many industries are moving this way. Streaming did it first in a way everyone noticed. Then software followed. Then fitness. Then food delivery. Then shopping memberships. Then cars started experimenting with paid features. Then AI tools arrived with monthly plans. Then apps that used to be free started locking the useful features behind premium tiers. The future did not arrive as a robot. It arrived as a monthly charge. And consumers often underestimate the total. C+R research found that consumers dramatically underestimated what they spent on subscriptions, and that many people admitted it was easy to forget recurring charges. The same research found that 42% of consumers had stopped using a subscription service, but forgot they were still paying for it. That is not an accident. That is the business model working exactly as designed. The subscription economy thrives on forgetfulness, friction, and fatigue. Forgetfulness keeps people paying for things they no longer use. Friction makes canceling annoying enough that people delay it. Fatigue makes people say, "I'll deal with it later." Later becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And suddenly a free trial becomes a permanent leak.
It's called Click to Cancel, and it's set to go into effect on May 14th unless pending litigation prevents that, and it carries steep fines for companies, up to $51,000 per violation.
There doesn't seem to be an issue signing up for a service. It's getting out of that subscription that has customers frustrated.
The companies understand something very simple about human behavior. People are busy. They are tired. They are working. They are parenting. They are commuting. They are dealing with bills, deadlines, groceries, repairs, and stress. Nobody wants to spend a Saturday morning hunting through bank statements trying to figure out why a mysterious $12.99 charge keeps appearing. That is why small subscriptions are so profitable. They live below the pain threshold. A $300 surprise charge creates outrage. A $9.99 charge creates mild irritation. Mild irritation is the sweet spot. It is annoying enough to notice, but not painful enough to act on immediately. Now multiply that across millions of people. That is a fortune. Bango's 2025 research found that the average American subscriber pays for 5.4 subscriptions, with many using bundles, and nearly 1/4 of American subscribers spend over $100 per month on streaming and subscription services alone. That is before adding phone plans, internet, software, delivery services, fitness, cloud storage, and other recurring bills. This is where the $1,000 feeling comes from. Maybe the average person is not paying $1,000 per month for Netflix-style subscriptions. But the average household is living in a world where more and more expenses behave like subscriptions. Phone service is monthly. Internet is monthly. Cable or live TV is monthly. Cloud storage is monthly. Software is monthly. Music is monthly. Video is monthly. Food delivery access is monthly. Shopping perks are monthly. Fitness is monthly. Security cameras are monthly. Dating apps are monthly. Kids learning apps are monthly. AI tools are monthly. Even some car features, home devices, and digital upgrades are being tested as recurring services. This is not just subscription creep. This is subscription colonization. The model is spreading because companies discovered that consumers will tolerate small recurring payments more easily than large one-time prices.
And companies must clearly disclose their charges, no hidden fees.
They tell you, hey, the price for this thing is $19.99 a month, and you're like, oh, this is great. And they don't disclose that after 3 months, the price actually goes to $49.99 a month.
A company can charge less upfront and more over time. It can make the initial decision feel painless, then earn more from the customer across months or years. That is the strange bargain of modern life. You pay less to start. You pay more to continue. And once your life is built around the service, canceling feels like losing something. Cancel Netflix, and maybe you lose the show everyone is discussing. Cancel Spotify, and your playlists disappear behind ads. Cancel cloud storage, and your photos feel trapped. Cancel Amazon Prime, and 2-day shipping starts feeling like a luxury you gave up. Cancel the gym, and it feels like admitting defeat. Subscriptions do not just sell products. They sell identity. The productive person has premium software. The healthy person has a fitness subscription. The informed person has news subscriptions. The efficient person has delivery memberships. The entertained person has every platform. The modern person has tools for everything. And the lonely person has dating app upgrades. That is what makes this economy so sticky. It connects recurring payments to who we want to be. But the subscription economy has another trick. Bundling. Bundling looks like savings, and sometimes it is. A telecom bundle that combines streaming services, phone plans, and internet may reduce the visible cost of each individual service. But bundling can also make spending harder to understand. If a subscription is buried inside a package, consumers may not know what they are actually paying for, what they actually use, or what they can cancel without losing something else. Bango reported that bundling is becoming a major trend, with average US subscribers paying for 5.4 subscriptions, and 2 of those acquired through bundles or third-party channels. That is not just convenience. That is complexity, and complexity protects revenue. When bills become confusing, companies win.
If you signed up by phone, you have to be able to cancel by phone. If you signed up online, you must be able to cancel online in as many steps as it took you to sign up to begin with. So none of this rabbit hole stuff.
When cancellation paths become confusing, companies win. When a person has to call, chat, wait, confirm, reject an offer, click through warnings, and search for a hidden button, companies win again. That is why regulators tried to step in. In 2024, the Federal Trade Commission announced a final click-to-cancel rule intended to make canceling recurring subscriptions and memberships as easy as signing up. The FTC said businesses too often made people jump through hoops to cancel. But in 2025, a federal appeals court struck down the rule over procedural issues, leaving the larger fight over subscription cancellation practices unresolved. That legal battle reveals the stakes. If subscriptions were always fair, simple, and transparent, cancellation would not need to be a national consumer protection issue. But it is. Because the subscription economy is built on a quiet asymmetry. Signing up is fast. Canceling is often slower. Starting is emotional. Stopping requires discipline. Buying is one click. Escaping may require a maze. And every maze has a purpose. The subscription economy also benefits from price creep. A service starts cheap to attract customers. Then the library grows, the features expand, the ads arrive, the premium tier appears, and the monthly price rises. The customer complains, but often stays. Why? Because the service has become part of their routine. This is how a $7.99 habit becomes a $17.99 necessity. Streaming is the clearest example. Americans cut cable because streaming looked cheaper. Then every studio launched its own platform. Shows scattered across services. Sports moved behind paywalls. Ads returned. Password sharing rules tightened. Prices increased. Suddenly, the cheaper future started looking a lot like the expensive past, only fragmented across more apps. A 2025 survey reported that many cord cutters dropped at least one streaming service because of rising costs, while Americans using paid streaming averaged 3.4 streaming services and paid about $48 per month. That is just streaming. Now add the rest of the recurring economy. This is why subscriptions feel so dangerous. They do not explode the budget all at once. They slowly normalize a world where ownership fades and access becomes permanent rent. You rent your entertainment. You rent your software. You rent your storage. You rent your convenience. You rent your productivity. You rent your attention back from ads. You rent the upgraded version of ordinary life. And once everything is rented, financial freedom becomes harder to define. Because even after the rent is paid, the car payment is paid, the insurance is paid, and the groceries are bought, the subscriptions are still there, quietly renewing in the background. The companies call it retention. Consumers call it, why am I broke? The truth is that subscriptions are not always bad. Some are useful. Some save money. Some replace bigger expenses. Some provide real value. A subscription that you use every day and can afford is not the problem. The problem is the system around them. A system designed to make starting easy, stopping hard, prices flexible, spending invisible, and dependence normal. That is why the subscription economy is so powerful. It does not need you to be reckless. It only needs you to be busy. It does not need you to make one terrible decision. It only needs you to make 10 tiny decisions and forget 5 of them. That is how the modern paycheck gets sliced. Not by one villain, by 1,000 automatic renewals. So when people say the average American spends $1,000 a month on subscriptions, the exact number depends on what they are counting. But the deeper truth is harder to ignore. America is becoming a subscription society, and more of life is being converted into recurring payments that quietly follow people every month. The real question is not whether every household has crossed the $1,000 line. The real question is why so many companies are trying to push them there. So here is my question for you. Are subscriptions still a smart way to access modern life? Or have they become a hidden tax on convenience, forgetfulness, and financial fatigue? At Machine Minds, your opinion matters to us, so please feel free to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, take care.